Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Crow's Castle. As you can kind of see, I've done a little bit of edits since the last video, which is some time ago now. But I'm still working on doing some more edits. I still got the doors in and still got these lights. But I was messing a little bit with this level outside, trying to see about these lights and the dynamics on how I can change things. Because as you can kind of see, if you walk through a certain area, then this light would kind of like, depending on where you have it, and gives a shadow thing that wouldn't happen if you use these lights. So since I've been messing with them a little bit, I also, hello. So since I've been messing with those a little bit, on the shadow on the door a little bit, you can kind of see how it changes a little bit. And then it's the same thing with this one over here. I put a box and then I just added a light to it. Yep. And then it gives that shadowy, like continuous shadow off the wall, unlike this light that's just a standstill. So I'm going to see about changing this and see if it gives it more of a, dark feel like I want it to. I'm going to have to move this box over. Move this like over here. It's gonna be just a random box though, just kind of like there. So it probably has to be in the wall or like up above here, like that. See, it kind of gives it more of a dark feel a little bit. And also, I can always change it up a little bit. I can add some more throughout, like when I take this one out. So let's move this one over. This one over here, and then move it up, and then move it over. Don't want it just in the middle of the thing, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense, right? But you want it like giving off a certain vibe. This is the vibe right here, giving that, continuous, because you can kind of see how it grows and how it, things will pop out and you won't even notice certain things because it's so dark, right? I could always adjust the way this light is as well. That's why I have this tab open. So if I want to adjust it, 200, apply it, save it, and see it opens up the light a little bit more as well. And it's the same thing here, and you see it's a little bit of light, but then if I add more to it, oh well, it did it for all of them. So okay, then I thought it would do it for one, but it did it for all of them. But if I did it super high, hold on. Say if I did this like 1,000, super bright, right? You'll see a huge difference here in just a second. See, and yeah, that's too bright. So you want to bring that down some, because otherwise it's like, okay, defeats the purpose a little bit. So okay, let's try 500. And even then, that might be a little bit much still. I mean, it's not bad, but you could still bring it down some more, and you could always make more lighting as well. But those boxes, like you can make them as, heavy lit or not as you want. So say I clicked on this light, right? Okay. Why is it? Let's see. Um, Oh, okay, that is the cube. Okay, it's cube 3. Okay, because I only have 3 of them. Okay. Right. So, if I wanted to create a bunch of these, then say I did 100, you can kind of see it's a little bit lit, not too much lit, but then you can also place them in different things, right? You see that it's working its thing, but you can also do this as well. Guide the player where you want them to go, right? So like, say I wanted them to go over to this door over here. You got them guided a little bit, right? You can kind of see that. See, it's just kind of, okay, well, so there's a door there, right? And then even if I wanted to move this over a little bit, I could. Then say I take this out. Now you can't really see as much, right? But I mean, I can always make the changes needed. But obviously you want to make sure that it's not too dark and that they at least can see what's going on. But that's when things like this come into play. Can do things like this. Make it kind of spooky a little bit. Make it where they can see, you know, and then, but not too much, right? So like if I'm coming in through here, then now I can barely see the door ahead of me, but I can also look a little over here and see some dark spots. But what's up? So yeah, that's you know the idea of those though, and to give a better idea, just walk forward and see what that looks like in the game. See the lights, you know, like you can kind of see there's a door there now, and then if you walk in front of you, you see there's a door here. Well, maybe. Hold on. You can't really see it, I guess. I need to move that light back a little bit, but you might be able to see the door in front of you then, and see there's nothing over here. But they give that like glare off the wall versus the point lights. On the point lights, it's just there. It's lit and it stays lit, but just playing with the lighting a little bit, trying to see, you know, what I can change to give it a different kind of feel. So, okay, if I move this now, right, you can kind of see a little bit. How that changes things up. There's still more I want to do with this as well. You know, I don't know if I'm going to keep these point lights or if I'm going to, you know, if I'm going to shift it to something like this. But it's something I'm going to play with, though.